In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use Newtone. Essentially, first, you're going to want to get your acapella. It's good to have a dry vocal, which means that there aren't any effects on it. It depends on what kind of acapella you're working with, because that'll affect how clean your results are. If it's dry and doesn't have any effects, then it'll be easier to pitch shift. Like, the algorithm will be able to detect the notes better. So I know this song is 130 beats per minute, so where it says 140, I'm going to lower it to 130. And essentially I want to align it to this grid over here. Now your FL Studio might look a little different because I'm using FL10. You might be using FL, like, I don't know, whatever, like 20 or 12. So I'm just going to sync it up, and I'm going to turn on the metronome here so I can get the timing right. So what I can do, I can hold Control, scroll wheel, zoom in, hold Alt, and just move it like that. So this is generally proper form in mashups, because when you're like cutting and pitch it, like when you're cutting and you're putting audio clips elsewhere, it keeps everything in sync, so you don't need to, really, you can mathematically sync it correctly. So first, I'm going to say, okay, here is this sample that I want to do. This vocal is fairly dry. Turn off the metronome. So now, every sound here, like if you double click it, you have all of these stuff. You have the sound wave here. Now, with Newtone is a little bit fickle in that you need to isolate this part. I mean, like whatever part you want to use. So here is the part, which is just the intro. So I went and I kind of like, reduced it in size. Like I kind of like cut it a bit there. And then I'm going to go top left, make unique a sample. Say yes, okay, we're going to make it unique, and we're going to call it whatever. Okay, so now we have this snippet. See, like when I double click on it, it only shows that part. Now, when it comes to where to find Newtone, you go up here to the top right. This is like the mixer, and don't put it on the master. Put it on any other mixer. Any other mixer channel. It can be 1, it can be 20, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use 1 for the sake of this demonstration. You're going to go to Newtone, open it. So, you click on here, you go to Newtone, and now you have Newtone, and you see this little piano thing. Now, what I need to do is I need to drop the sample in here. So I'm going to double click on that. I see with the waves. I'm going to open up the mixer because sometimes it disappears like that. And I'm going to click and drag it. It analyzes, and here we have it. Now, there are really good tutorials on how to use Newtone. I think one of the biggest challenges is just getting the song in there. So let's turn it. So, and after you're done pitch shifting and stuff, you can even send it to like a piano roll and all that. What I like to do is I like to go to this one where it shows a little like paper and an arrow. It says drag selection. You click on that, hold it, and then you drop it into your workspace. And now you have a whole bunch of these markers and stuff like that, and this is now your vocal. So what I can do, I can either mute by pressing this to get rid of that vocal, or I can right click and get rid of it. So I'm just going to play it right now. And then now my vocal is pitch shifted. The reason why I said, to get it aligned with the grid backing is if you go into techniques like vocal chopping and screwing, it helps when it comes to like chopping the vocals. Now, there are more efficient ways to do what I just did, but I think that for now, if you follow this step by step, you should be able to get whatever sound you're aiming to achieve. Also, if you don't know how to do like pitching or time stretching to the proper tempo, you can let me know in a message. And that's the tutorial.